Good morning and happy Friday. Welcome to Happy Trails Hiking. My name is Kay and this is Foodie Friday. For the last few Foodie Fridays, I have been in my kitchen, which is that way. Today we're in the studio because, well, Matt's working from home and Wi-Fi and two Wi-Fis and it was just too hard last week and the audio was really bad. So I am here, but I have a guest cook today, and she's going to talk to us about male home meals. Anyway, I'm very excited about it. She is my sister and one of my biggest fans and one of my best friends. So I hope that you all will welcome Lori Bryant to the show. Hey, Lori, how's it going?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Kay. It's going well.
Good. Thanks for inviting us into your kitchen today. I appreciate
it. Oh, you're welcome. I'm working from home this week, so I was able to be here for your live stream here at home and be part of it. Yes. You were supposed to be here today, though, to help me do this, and yeah, our situation, our national situation, we'll call it that.
Yes, our world situation.
Our world situation has kind of precluded that from happening, but
right. Maybe we should say hello to the folks that are in the chat here with us today. If you are visiting us in the comments, make sure, or in the replay, make sure to type a comment so Lori and I know you're here. And so anyway, let's say hello to everybody who's in the chat so far. Thank you all for joining us today. Colorado Martini is here, as well as Desmond Stonders, Our Haunted Travels. Deb Shane is here from across town. I'm waving, Deb. Rachel Rosson is in the room. And Tanya Lambert is here. Our Haunted Travels. Well, Rachel's saying, yay, Lori. Our Haunted Travels is saying, Lori! So they're yelling at you. Jeez. It's great to see everybody today, as well as Carl Weidenberner. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming, Carl. So you started talking to me about mail-in meals, or
last year when we were really focusing on our nutrition and things like that, I was trying to figure out, I'm a single person, so it's just me here in the house that I'm cooking for, and it's hard to cook for one person.
Oh, it's awful. It's hard to cook for two.
Well, it is hard to cook for two, but there's a big difference between cooking for one and cooking for two.
Oh, heck yeah.
Even so, when you're cooking for somebody else is expecting to eat. If it's just me, sometimes I could give or take whether or not I eat, and so it might be peanut butter sandwiches and all the time or not. And so last year I was trying to figure out the best way to kind of make sure I got my nutrition in and had good meals, and started looking at the subscription meal plans. And last year I started off with a service called Sunbasket, and I loved their food. It was really good. The thing is, though, that everything came like you would get it from the grocery store. So you had a whole onion and you had a whole head of lettuce or something like that. So like you would get it from the grocery. So you had to prep everything, and it was taking me 2 hours or more.
Oh, that's insane.
Well, yeah.
To cook for one person.
Yeah. By the time I prepped everything, cooked it, ate it, and cleaned up in the evening, I was, it was almost time to go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that.
So after a while, that got to be a little too much, and I canceled that plan. And so I started looking then for other options, and what I came across was Freshly. And Freshly is an option where a service where they will make all of the food for you. And in your frozen food section, you've got those meals that just come in, they're about this big, and you put them in the microwave, and this is a little like that, but they are fresh. It's fresh food. So they have prepped and cooked everything for you ahead of time, and then it's like having leftovers, but they're not leftover,
Okay. I have a question.
Yeah.
So how do they come? Like when I go to the grocery store, I go to the frozen food aisle, I pick up my healthy request or my banquet meal or whatever.
Right.
And I stick it in the microwave. It just comes, it's frozen already. Do yours come frozen?
They do not come frozen.
Oh,
They come as a fresh meal. Just this is chicken. I'm going in the wrong direction.
Backwards.
This is chicken teriyaki, and
Okay.
so it comes in a bowl like this, and it's fresh food. Now it comes as, and I saved the box yesterday when it came in. It comes in a cardboard box, just like this, and it has. This is the insulation that it has, and then it has 2 large ice packs. I get 4 meals a week. I think there are plans for 4 meals and 6 meals, and maybe you can get others as well. But those are I started off with 6 meals, and I decided that was just a little more than I really needed. So I've moved down to 4. So it comes with this insulation, and the insulation is recyclable. The inside of this is it says it's biodegradable denim, so you can just put that in the trash. And then the plastic bag itself is number 4 plastic bag, so it's recyclable. And then the ice packs. These are the ice packs.
Go this way.
Whoop.
There we go.
Well, I'm dripping all over the floor.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
But these, they have a gel inside of them, and the gel is water soluble and non-toxic, so you can place that in the trash. So once you've defrosted it, like those are, you can, I need a towel now. You can put those you can put the gel in the trash and recycle the plastic bag.
Neat.
So,
all right. Well, I've got a couple things to share with you. Life on the Trail is here. So Gary is in the house. Carl Weidenberner says, "Hi, y'all. Love it. My wife and I get freshly 2 dinners each. Awesome. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that today, Carl. That's really great. I'm glad to hear that you got those. And then Karen Summers is here, as well as Inspired John. He said he had the sound off. So hello, guys. It's good to see you. Lori's here, and we're talking about freshly right now. Yeah. Okay. So did you want me to show the website? What did you want to do next?
Go ahead and let's show the website so they see what they have to choose from and stuff. Okay.
So I am not a freshly member.
And I had trouble with my computer, so I can't share my screen.
Yeah, you're gonna get to see what someone who does not belong. I can sign in. I cannot log in because I do not have that. But 4 meals a week is $11.50 per meal is what it says, and then 6 meals, 9 meals, and 12 meals. So those are really pretty decent prices.
Yeah, the prices aren't bad. If you consider that, you might go out to dinner, you'd spend $11 certainly on a meal.
And it's fresh food.
Yes, it is fresh food. They have cooked it there in their kitchens, and when you get it, you bring it home, and there are microwave instructions. It's designed to be eaten fresh out of the refrigerator. Now, I think I've seen instructions where, if you are going to be out of town or something and you needed to put them in the freezer, there are some instructions for that, like you add a minute or 2 to the microwave
Gotcha.
time. It's all good. I've not had anything that's just been horrible.
Okay.
Other than, there've been things that I haven't liked because of my taste, but Sure,
but it looks like they have a really big variety. I do want to say hello to Lisa Stanger, who is in the room, and Lisa was here showing off wine. So, but which thing do you think you're going to make today? And we can talk about nutrition.
Well, if you can find I pulled out the chicken teriyaki a few minutes ago, so let's
Do you know if it's a home
Takeout?
bistro or a market day meal or a takeout?
probably a takeout substitute or something.
Takeout twist.
Takeout twist.
Let's see. Chicken teriyaki. There it is. All right, guys. So this is the chicken teriyaki. And it shows you everything. I think this is really cool. It shows you everything that goes into it. Broccoli, brown rice, coconut nectar. That's where all your saturated fat's going to come there. Chicken thigh, carrots, and bell pepper. And then it also shows you, it's got 420 calories, 54 carbs, 25 grams of protein, which is really great. And total fat is only 13 grams. So that's cool.
It does have a thing there where you can expand and see the total, all of the
nutrition facts.
Nutrition facts.
Sure.
So, so you know, like you and I look for saturated fat, and this I got gel all over me. And so this shows you where the how much the saturated fat is, and so you can see that if you're looking at another indicator for your own nutrition, then you can see what that is going to be as well.
I forgot to mention earlier, our parents are here. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
They said they're looking forward to this because their girls can cook. That's true. We can.
I can cook, but I have chosen to microwave.
That's a great way to do this. Marty's crew is here.
Hi, Marty.
Home from a hike. Lucky them.
Yeah.
I wish I could go. Anyway. All right. So are you going to show us how this goes and how it cooks up? Because the pictures on the website are great, but I'm interested in finding out what it looks like in a real kitchen.
Okay. This takes 2 minutes and 45 seconds to microwave.
Okay.
And then it says to let stand for 2 minutes. So we will do all of that. So let me stick this up here in the microwave and we will start.
Awesome. Okay, so I lost what I was trying to do. I guess the neat thing that I liked about Freshly was that they answered questions down at the bottom. Of course, they're trying to sell things. So they answered how many portions you get for a meal. And so I thought it was interesting because sometimes when you would do the Sunbasket or whatever from before, you would say that there's just too much to eat in one meal.
Well, there were 2 portions because I bought a 2-portion meal kit for that. So there were 2 portions in a meal. So I could have I could have it fresh the night I made it and then have it as a leftover for lunch the next day or dinner the next day, whatever. And that was fine most of the time. But for me, the issue with Sunbasket was just the time involved in cooking it for just me, you know.
Inspired John is asking about prices on Freshly. I'm going to go ahead and put those back up on the screen. So 4 meals per week is $11.50 a meal plus shipping, of course. 6 meals is $8.99 a meal. 9 meals is $8.99 a meal, and 12 meals is $7.99 a meal plus shipping each. So, good question there, Inspired John. Thank you. Sorry, and I interrupted you, Lori.
No, that's fine. Also with Freshly, one of the nice things as far as their questions, they are very responsive with their customer service. I've had a couple of times when something didn't go just right with shipping. One of the first times, like I was heading out of town on Friday and it didn't arrive on Thursday like it was supposed to. And I texted them and said, hey, my meals didn't arrive today. I'm heading out of town. I won't be here tomorrow to get them. What do what do we want to do? And they said, we'll tell FedEx, which is typically who they use to ship. We'll tell FedEx to just dispose of that package and we'll credit you for this week. and which was great. It wasn't their fault that I wasn't going to be home, you know. And it wasn't their fault that FedEx didn't deliver on time. So, you know, and I've had another time when like they packed the wrong meal in my box, and so I just notified them that, hey, I didn't get the meal that I was supposed to get, and they credited me for that meal, you know. And so we'll let that sit now for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
And but yeah, their customer service has been very responsive and pleasant to work with. So yeah, that's always a good thing as well with any company.
That is. I always look for customer service ratings when I'm looking for online companies like that. Food Force Permaculture is here. Hey, Howie, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming today.
One of the things I do like as you're looking at all of these meals, these are whole food meals. You know, you're getting, if it's a whole, if you're getting a chicken breast, it's a whole chicken breast. Nice. And it's not, you know, it's not any, when I look at the ingredients, it's nothing that I don't recognize necessarily. I mean, there might be a food I don't recognize, I suppose, but there are no preservatives and things like that. These are fresh, whole foods.
I guess my question for you is, have you found yourself expanding the way you eat, like the foods that you would have chosen? Because
a little bit, yeah. Okay. I'm not always terribly fond of like sweet potatoes, but there are a lot of these things that use sweet potatoes as fillers or, you know, additional color. And so that's, you know, so sometimes I wind up with sweet potatoes and they're okay, right. You know.
Right.
One of my favorite meals I think it might be on the screen right there. Nope, that's not it. The cauliflower shell. This is the cauliflower shell bolognese.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. And you know, it's cauliflower. It's pasta made out of cauliflower.
Sure.
And so
use that for low carb deal or for
right. Low carb. And you can hardly tell. I mean, if I didn't know that it was cauliflower, then I wouldn't know that it wasn't actual pasta.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So there's only 520 calories in that. And that's not bad. And
the fat grams though are a little bit more, but it is what
they are. But for people who are watching their carbs.
Yeah, that's great. So as it comes out of the microwave, this is what it looks like.
Hold on, let me get you to the right screen. Do that one more time.
So as it comes out of the microwave, this is what it looks like. I'm going to put it in a bowl.
Okay. Gemma is here. Hello, Gemma. It is good to see you. Thank you for coming. If you haven't met my sister Lori, actually seen her on screen, this is my sister Lori. You've seen her in the chat as Lori Bryant. So it's good to see you. And Karen Summers is reminding us that this weekend their clocks go 1 hour ahead. So that will put everything back correct. They'll be 6 hours ahead of us instead of 5 again. So.
Okay, so this is what it looks like in my bowl.
Yeah, good.
And we will give it a quick taste. I've got a broccoli piece and some rice and chicken.
All right, I'll let you chew, and I will say, Karen Summers says, your sister? You don't look the same. You're right. She has pretty hazel eyes, and I do not. And yeah, she's better. Oh, yeah. We compliment our parents.
It's delicious. So yeah.
Is it good? Is it good? Yes.
It's very good. Yes, and I haven't always been a fan of teriyaki sauce, but this is a good choice. So
yes, yeah. Our Haunted Travels is still here and listening. That's good. And Colorado Martini says yummy, and I know that they're well, like Colorado Martini does gluten-free stuff. Do you know if they can cater to certain dietary needs like that?
I don't think they can cater to it, but you can always look on their website on the meals themselves. It will tell you if it's gluten-free or soy-free or low carb or things like that. So they do have some gluten-free meals.
Gotcha.
I just happen to choose one with rice, and so it's not going to be gluten free. But yeah, they do have some gluten free meals. So you've got, there'll be a chicken, maybe a chicken or a pork dish with a vegetable side that's actual, vegetables not mixed with anything else, peas or broccoli or.
Let me show this again and scroll down here, and like this one says high protein, less than, and so you can just kind of go through and click on things and go, okay, this one's less than 35 carbs, it's high protein, it's less than 500 calories, so on and so forth. And then it'll tell you those, it'll show all ingredients, and it'll tell you whether it's, contains milk, gluten-free. See, I picked one. Woohoo! So high protein, this one's spicy, so on and so forth. Soy free.
And they do have some vegetarian meals. I don't know about vegan. I don't think they have vegan meals, but I think they do have some that are vegetarian. So.
Well, this is awesome. I've kind of been, curious about what you've been eating and what you've gotten from home to, getting into your home. And I think that it's really cool, especially now.
Well, yes, especially now that we're not supposed to leave our homes for very much. This comes right to my door. FedEx dropped it off yesterday. They rang the doorbell. I just happened to be home, so I got it right away.
Happened to be home.
So, it comes in that box, and you take it out of the box and put it in the fridge, and then you eat it whenever you feel like it's time to eat it. Sure. Whenever you want to. And we had one of our commenters earlier that said he and his wife get two get 4 meals, but then they get 2 of the same. So if you were if you had 2 people and you wanted to eat the same things, you could just buy 2 chicken teriyakis and 2
so it's like you just get to choose each week, right?
Right. Yes, I can choose each week. They usually add a new meal each week, not always, but usually. And so I can take a look at a new meal and say, oh, hey, that looks good. I want to try it this week. So I go in each week and pick out 4 things that I want to receive. And I think they let you schedule out like 3 weeks in advance. So, if you're going to be out of town, you can skip a meal or skip a delivery. And because this week I was supposed to be at a conference, and once the conference got canceled, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to be home. So I went in on Sunday and thought, well, I'm gonna skip. I'll unskip this delivery. Mm-hmm. And on Sunday they were saying, we're sorry if you have unskipped, or if you've skipped, you're not going to be able to unskip. We've got a massive demand for our products, services, and our kitchens are at capacity. But then when I went in later in the week, they were able to do that. I guess this was last week. So
that's cool.
They were able to fix that. So I was able to get a delivery this week. So.
Do want to say hello to Valkyrie, and thank you for coming in. It's good to see you. This is my sister Lori, and we're talking about freshly meals today, and at home orders and things. So Lori, what other services like this did you research? Because I know you're a researcher.
Well, I get several. There are so many out there now. It started out with just a couple. There's Blue Apron and and that kind of thing, and Get Fresh, Home Chef. Those are all options that people would want to check out if they feel like that this is not the right option for them. Mm-hmm. Maybe you enjoy cooking for a little, for 45 minutes, and want to be able to offer those to your family. That's always something that you could find to do. So those are, and they have all different levels of cooking. So this is just a microwave cooking. I think one of the companies has something where it comes just pretty much ready to put in the oven. So you might have to scatter it out on an oven sheet or, you know, a cookie sheet or something, but it's, you know, all you have to do is put it in the oven and bake it for 20 minutes or something. So there are all different options for people. So if this is not right for you, then there is something out there that probably is. You know, so that's get out there and do your research. It's what I did initially when I first started doing this, is finding out what was out there and what was going to work best for me.
Sure. Well, I think it's really cool that, I mean, I know you work more than 40 hours a week and you're always running out and doing stuff and helping other people and doing this and doing that. And then you can come home and you can do this. And I thought it was really neat that you found something that actually worked for your amount of time.
Yeah.
You know, and for your needs. Because as we said earlier, cooking for one is hard. When I was single years ago, I made baked potatoes every single night in the microwave because one, they were cheap, and two, I didn't want to cook for myself. I ate baked potatoes every single night. And then I'd eat, you know, whatever, peanut butter and jelly or whatever I took for lunch for school. And sometimes school lunch, that was really funny. But anyway, going through the school lunch line. But anyway, so I think that this is cool that you found something that works for you. Howie from Food Forest Permaculture does say, grow a food forest and you'll feed yourself for a lifetime. So yeah, I'm not much of a good gardener. I do want to say hello to Dr. Cliff, who is here. And Karen Summers says, I wouldn't cook for me alone. I'm sure of that. I don't like cooking that much. And Lori does like to cook. We don't like to clean up.
No, nobody likes to clean up.
Nobody likes that part. But Lori was the one who taught me how to cook. I learned to make macaroni and cheese from Lori. And
macaroni and cheese.
Yep. And Inspired John says he loves cooking and he can't remember which food thing he got, which mail-in service. He says, I can't remember what I ordered. Fresh something.
I had Home Fresh or something.
Home Fresh. Yeah, I watched a couple of his live shows on this. Anyway, we've taken up our 30 minutes, Lori. Can you even believe it? And you need to eat your lunch.
Apparently, because it's hot right now. So.
It's hot, yeah. Hey, thank you for coming on with me today.
You're welcome.
It's good to talk to you. And
good to be here.
And I'm glad that you could be at home today so that you and had time to come on. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. If you'll let me finish out the show, that'd be awesome.
Will do.
All right. Tell everybody bye.
Bye, everybody.
Okay. Hey, guys. I need you to do a couple things for me. One, Lori doesn't have a channel, so you don't have to subscribe to her. But if you are interested in Freshly, we are going to put her link in the very first comment underneath this video. And she would get a free meal, I think, or something if you clicked on that link. And I would sure appreciate it if you click on the link and buy something. That would be awesome. One. Two, share this video with someone else you think might could use it now, because I'm sure that there are a lot of people who might could use it now. Hit the thumbs up. Come back and leave a comment when this is done processing. That will help YouTube to know that I'm getting engagement. And 3, go out and live the life you love today. Stay home, be safe, and remember, you are not replaceable. Have a great weekend, guys. See you later.